races. I would like to invite candidate Ted Dabrowski. Come on, guys, those one you got. Higher, louder, louder. There you go. Ted, welcome.
Thank you, sir. Before I start, I want to introduce somebody, and I've had the pleasure of seeing this lady more than I've seen my wife in the 3 months I've been running. Molly is a tracker of mine. She's followed me down. She's followed me to Southern Illinois, Central Illinois. She's everywhere I go. I don't know who she works for, but I just want you to know she's here. Listen up. I remember the moment I decided to run, and I want to tell you about it. So about 4 years ago, I was asked by the Decatur radio station down there to come on and talk about the failures of education. And I'd written a story that got national attention because of the failures of Chicago public schools. So as I was preparing for the Decatur radio show, I went onto the State Board of Education website and I clicked on how many kids could read at grade level in the Decatur public schools. And so I always go to third grade because if the kid can't read in third grade, he or she's going to be in big trouble, right? And I also clicked on the black children because Decatur's largely a black public school. And you would not believe the percentage of kids that could read at grade level. Who wants to take a guess at how many could read at grade level? 10%. 10%. 3%. 3%. You're 2%. 2% of the black children could read at grade level. And listen, it wasn't just blacks. The white kids, it's what? 12%. They're not teaching kids to read anymore. So anyway, when I found that out, I went down. I called the district, and they told me it was true because I thought it was wrong. I didn't believe them. I went down the next week. I drove down to the Decatur Public Schools, and I actually met with a couple of board members. And what I found was that they had no plan. They didn't know what to do. And so they were just moving kids along from one grade to the next and graduating them. And it just infuriated me. Right? They had no plan, and I just didn't feel the urgency. So I wrote about this at Wire Points. I was at Wire Points for the last 8 years, and I've been doing these things for a long time. I wrote about it, and not only about Decatur, but about Peoria, about Rockford, Waukegan, Cicero. All these places are just struggling to teach kids to read. I wrote about it, and the Wall Street Journal picked it up. They made their lead editorial about this story, and it said, Illinois' shocking report card. They're failing Illinois kids and covering it up. And it kind of hurt me a little bit that they wrote such a strong article, but at the same time I said, if we can't tell the truth about our failures, we'll never fix them. And so, all right, so there it goes in Wall Street Journal, and I was very proud of that. So 4 years ago, at the same time, the question comes to Pritzker and Bailey in the gubernatorial debate. And they asked Pritzker, hey, Pritzker, tell us about this Wall Street Journal report. And you know what? Instead of him being empathetic, saying something like, gosh, we got to struggle, we're going to have to figure it out, he didn't offer anything understanding about the issue. What he did was he kind of just stood back, kind of like started to smile and smirk, and he said, oh, that report, that was given to the Wall Street Journal by a right-wing Carnival Barker organization, and he said, it's wrong, it's just wrong. And when Pritzker threw 8,000 Decatur public school kids under the bus, I said he's got to get out of there, right? And that's why I'm running. So for the last 15 years, I've been working at Illinois Policy Institute and then Wire Points, and I've been fighting these higher taxes, all the things that Mark talked about, all these problems we've had. And I've gone after them. I've traveled the state. I've spoken to grassroots groups. I've been at the legislature. I've testified. And, I felt like nobody was grabbing the solutions. Nobody was staying principled enough. And I said, I have to run. And so that's when I decided to run. So I promised to represent all of you and to fight all these things, the same things that Mark said. We got to fight all these things. I guess probably the easy way for me to say it, I will do the exact opposite of what Pritzker has done. Is that clear? Yeah. The goal has to do to unwind everything he's done. So I look forward to it. Listen, all of you guys have a decision to make. And the big decision here is who wants Pritzker out of office? Yeah. Right? Yeah. It's an easy thing to agree to. So if you want Pritzker out, what you have to decide is who is the candidate running for governor that has the best chance of beating Pritzker. And I will tell you, of course I'm a little biased, but I think it's me. And I'll tell you why, because I'm the one that can do well enough in Cook County and the suburbs to win. And so I strongly supported Darren Bailey last time. Good friend. I supported him. I always helped his wife with needs on education. She's been a champion of education. But he lost by 12, 13 points here. Overall, he lost by 35 points. Lost by 35 points in the Cook and the suburbs. And so I'm the person that can win. I ask for your support, and let's go.